distinguished gathering, visionaries, leaders, and change makers who share a commitment to building a cleaner, greener, and brighter future for all of us. It is with immense honor and gratitude that now I take this opportunity to invite our esteemed dignitaries and guests to kindly grace the dais. We are deeply honored to have with us Padma Shri Mr. Kartiki Sarabhaiji, the Reverend Director of the Center for Environment Education, a pioneer in environmental education and a true inspiration for generations. Sir, it is a great honor to welcome you on stage. I now request Mr. Angelo George, the distinguished CEO of Bisleri International Private Limited, a visionary leader known for his commitment to sustainability and innovation. Sir, we are privileged to have you with us. Now may I invite Shri Yuvraj Malik Sir, Director of the National Book Trust India, a torchbearer in promoting reading culture and literary enrichment across the nation. Sir, may we kindly invite you to the dais. Next, I invite Mr. Kumar Vikram Sir, the respected Chief Editor and Joint Director of National Book Trust India. So please join us on the dais. And finally, I would like to invite Rakesh Kumarji, Joint Director of National Book Trust India, to join us on the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome them all with a warm round of applause as they take their seats on stage. Welcome to our esteemed dignitaries. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause as we commence the ceremonial felicitation. A book bouquet with... Next, Chief Editor. Now I would like Sir to felicitate Padma Shri Mr. Kartiki Sarabhaiji.
CE, Center for Environmental Education, the CEO of Bisleri, Mr. Angelo George, my colleague, Chief Editor Shri Kumar Vikramji, Joint Director Administration and Finance, Shri Rakesh Kumarji, Team NBT, eminent writers, scholars, and people and friends from media. It's a great pleasure for me to stand here today and speak about something that is going to bother this complete generation. And of course, our young guests who have just joined, I welcome you all. Please be seated. Most welcome. If we have the teachers or faculty, they are also requested to be kindly seated with us. It shows the school goes till 2 o'clock. And after that, every child is looking back to food, rest and home. And these 15 motivated children who have volunteered to be here are pioneer children. I think we must all clap for the children who have come. This is not an attendance, I say. It's a commitment. It's a commitment to a task or a commitment to a value that we are going to talk about here. I request the country in terms of mineral water ask for Bisleri. Similarly, when they talk about education, books, outreach, activities, they look up to NBT. And we both work on the grassroots level, the basics. So if we come together, we can create a magical impact. Something that is going to impact the generations to come. Today we are here on signing ceremony of our MOU between National Book Trust and Bisleri. I would like to tell the audience that it's a two-pronged activity that we are going to launch. One is the content collaboration and second is the activity collaboration. We have an outreach base of around 2 crore people across the country in different book fair and different activities and exhibitions, book fair, festival, literature festival, summer camps and children camp. Idea was to create awareness about environment through our platform, and wherein Bisleri has pitched in a very constructive manner. I would like to thank your organization and CEO himself for his dynamic leadership for agreeing to this consideration. If you look at the constitution, when the constitution was being made, I was reading about it. If you read it, there's a chapter on Article 51A about fundamental duties. It clearly says it is a fundamental duty to protect the environment, to protect the natural resources. If we pollute it, that's not we are supposed to do it. It is our fundamental duty to become a responsible citizen of this country and play our critical role, not only being a constructive citizen but also by creating awareness around it. Another duty which has is to create a scientific temperament in the country. If we don't know what we are doing, if we don't understand what we are doing and how it is going to impact the nature, the wildlife, the sea life, anything, then we will be doing a damage to the society and the country. So the idea of this collaboration is to create a content, which the Sarabhai book is with us, very fantastic book on how to reduce plastic in life. It speaks about recycling, it speaks about reusing, reproducing, but I would like to take it a step more. It is not only recycle, reproduce or reuse or reduce. We have to go beyond it. But we can definitely change the world that belongs to us. The amount of world which is around us can definitely be influenced and change starts with a very small step, and that step we have taken. We have to remember very clearly, with an era of AI where we justify 1,000 things, why we produce book. People say make reels, make videos, tweet karo, SMS karo, all these things. It will be done. But what we are producing, this document will have a shelf life of 1,000 years, and the document which we produce digitally will have a shelf life of only 2 seconds. You will not see your tweet tomorrow yourself. How many of you see your tweet tomorrow? Nobody. Do you remember what tweet you have read in the morning or Insta feed? You don't remember yourself. Even your own feed you don't remember. But what you read and do in the book will sustain here for hundreds and thousands of years, and that is the power of publishing, and that's where National Book Trust. And today, National Book Trust as a knowledge partner and Bisleri as a drinking partner, not that drink, the healthy drink. The drinking partner of the society have come together with a very, very ethical, very, very responsible code of conduct to bring our generations understand the value of climate justice, climate equity, climate responsibility, and most importantly, the role of being a global citizen, and that we have to play in India because we are believers in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, world is like a family, and that's one of the beginning. Thank you so much. I support and thank you all the team members who are here and all the audience who have come in a short notice to attend this ceremony. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Kartikeya Sarabhai, Mr. Yuvraj Malik, Director NBT, Mr. Kumar Vikram, Chief Editor NBT, and Mr. Rakesh Kumar, distinguished guests and friends from media and my friends from the Balpati School in Delhi. I am honored to represent Bisleri, one of the most trusted brands in India, serving consumers for the last 5 decades. It's a privilege to be part of this great initiative, an initiative which is also part of the Bisleri Greener Promise, our commitment to sustainability and responsible practices. Sustainability has always been part of our values at Bisleri. In fact, we were one of the first companies in India to begin plastic recycling with a machine imported from Japan in the 90s. And I'm also proud to share that we are one of the first companies in India to be plastic neutral and water positive. We recycle more plastic than we put into the market, and we replenish 4.7 times of water than we extract for our processing. As a company committed to delivering pure, safe water to consumers, we are unbiased on packaging alternatives as long as they are safe, affordable, scalable, and is among the most sustainable of options. We have different kinds of packaging but largely it is PET plastic. Now, PET plastic is considered to be safe and the most recyclable form of plastic, accepted by regulators all over the world. And various studies, even in India, have confirmed that the safety under varied conditions. I don't think you need to get worried about drinking water out of a PET bottle which is kept in your car. Studies have established that even under extreme temperatures, there is no leaching of phthalates or heavy metals or anything which causes endocrine disruptions. And these are 2-year-long studies which have been conducted in India by CFTRI. Now, notably, PET also has a carbon footprint that is 1/5 of glass and half of aluminium. I think we need to understand this. We have a lot of misconceptions about plastic. Now, while plastic remains one of the most remarkable innovations of this last couple of centuries, and it's largely recyclable, the pollution part of it is something we can't deny. It's a global concern. But I think we must question ourselves, the root of the problem is the material or we as consumers? I think the problem is about irresponsible consumption and disposal practices. Over 80% of the plastic pollution problem is due to, I would say, conscious littering. Through our flagship initiative called the Bottles for Change, we have been promoting awareness and action on educating people about the value of used plastic. Mr. Yuvraj Malik spoke about the fact that we keep newspapers at home, which is just 8 rupees, but discard the PET bottles, which is 15 rupees. People should understand the value of used plastic, but it needs to be segregated and recycled. Our initiative is about educating people and also providing enabling systems to take it directly for recycling rather than allowing it to end in landfills. Today, our program reaches about 37 municipal corporations in this country, and over the last 5 years, we have touched and educated about 6.2 million consumers. And this is in partnership with educational institutions, corporates, hotels and restaurants, and municipal corporations of the country. In a proud milestone last year, along with a college in Coimbatore, we had collected 79.8 tons of plastic in 12 hours and set a new Guinness World Record for plastic collection and recycling. In fact, the uniforms at Bisleri are made of recycled PET bottles. As part of our creative reuse initiative, we craft what we call as benches of dreams from recycled plastic. These benches feature artworks by exceptionally talented artists who don't have hands but paint with their feet and mouth. And today they adorn very prominent public places like the Ram Temple in Ayodhya, the Sabarmati riverfront, Shastri Bhavan, which houses 18 ministries of the Union government, and have even found its place in the lawns of the luxury properties of Taj Group of Hotels. Similarly, we have created bookshelves made out of recycled plastic and displayed at the Jaipur Literary Festival and the New Delhi World Book Fair hosted by the National Book Trust of India. We are also building material recovery facilities in collaboration with both private and public participation. Some of the prominent locations are the Manipal group of institutions in Manipal, SRM University, Municipality of Mumbai, Goa, Chennai, and the latest MRF centers are at 2 national parks, Ranthambore and Panna Tiger Reserve, and we just got an approval for Tadoba Tiger Reserve just yesterday. Beyond setting up these facilities, we also conduct forest cleanup acts with student volunteers, and the regular cleanups is happening in the UNESCO Heritage Forest of Coorg. I am also proud to share that we collaborate with the district collector of Ooty to make Ooty the first hill station in the country to be not plastic free but plastic waste free. Our experiences have shown that inculcating this behavior, the right behavior from childhood, is critical for us to foster long-term behavioral change. In collaboration with the Center for Environment Education, we developed this book called Responsible Use of Plastic. And I would like to thank Padam Shri Karthikeya Sarabhai and his team for the invaluable guidance and contribution to this initiative. The book is available in 8 languages and is now being complemented with 7-minute video clips of each section and followed by a 5-minute activity to reinforce the learning. Today's event marks a significant milestone. We are thrilled to announce our partnership with the National Book Trust to adapt this educational book for primary school children and print it in at least 48 languages, ensuring accessibility across this country. My heartfelt thanks to Shri Yuvraj Malik, Director NBT, for prioritizing this initiative. A special thanks also to Mr. Sanjay Banerjee of NBT, who had been instrumental behind the scenes and unfortunately couldn't be here today because of a health issue. My warm regards to him. And thank you once again, Shri Karthikeya Sarabhai and his team, for joining us today and continuing to guide us in this transformative journey. At Bisleri, we believe that protecting the environment is a collective responsibility. In fact, I must share with you the BRSR report, the Business Responsibility and Sustainability report, is mandatory only for the top 1,000 corporates in this country based on market cap value. We are a privately held company. We have published our BRSR report demonstrating our commitment to responsible practices. Our partnership with the CEE and NBT are a testament to the power of collaboration to drive meaningful change with scale. At Bisleri, we remain deeply committed to the Bisleri Greener Promise to safeguard the planet for today and for generations to come. Thank you once again, Shri Yuvraj Malik and NBT.
Discussing what we are discussing today. And the reason for that is that if you take plastic, I was just 2 days ago, Sodhi and I were in Bombay, and we were just standing in just the car in front of us, fancy car and everything else, but just opens the bottle and opens the door and just throws the plastic bottle on the street. And you feel how ridiculous that with all the education that person has, with the car he has, the wealth he has, he doesn't have the mental wealth, if you like, to understand the responsibility of what they need to do with that thing. And therefore, it is not something you can legislate. Once it is put and it's sorted and goes into the right channels, then all the things we say can be done. And as rightly he said, we are not wanting a plastic mukt place. We are wanting a plastic waste mukt place. And Mr. George, when I was asked to give a talk at Delhi University a year or two ago. And at that time they had installed 2 very large plastic containers for people to throw their waste. But the students were boycotting it because it was plastic. So the professor said that when you go to speak, please make this distinction. That on the one hand you have a wonder material, and as we know in COVID and other things, that single-use plastic had to be used. But the fact is that not a single part of it, not a single inch, should go to waste and end up, as Yuvraj was saying, into the ocean. That's not where we want to go. And that distinction requires a certain sophistication to be able to make that story. We are trying to stress these same values which we are seeing here. And how do you speak to children? How do students act? So when we were doing these works in Hyderabad, and we're talking to people about the footprint of what you do, how it harms things. Some of these young girls in St. Mary's School in Hyderabad.
This is the exchange that.
सर एनबीटी ने बिस्लरी इंटरनेशनल ने आपस में एमओयू साइन किया है, उसका क्या पर्पस था और क्या आप करने वाले हैं?
नेशनल बुक ट्रस्ट इंडिया और बिस्लरी इंटरनेशनल के बीच एक एमओयू साइन किया गया है, जिसके तहत हम हाउ टू बेस्ट यूज़ प्लास्टिक इन आवर लाइफ, यानी प्लास्टिक का सदुपयोग अपने जीवन में कैसे करें, केवल सिर्फ यूटिलिटी के लिए नहीं, उसको रिसाइकल भी करें, प्लास्टिक को लाइफ में रिड्यूस भी करें, रीयूज़ भी करें और रिप्रोड्यूस भी करें। तो आइडिया यही है कि हम लोग जो बच्चों के बीच, नई जनरेशन के बीच ये अवेयरनेस का मैसेज लेके जाएं, जिसमें एनबीटी और बिस्लरी ने एक साथ आकर ये एमओयू किया। आने वाले समय में हम लगभग 2 लाख बच्चों को इसका अभियान से जोड़ेंगे और लगभग 1 लाख बच्चों को जो बुक हम लोग तैयार करने वाले हैं हाउ टू रिड्यूस प्लास्टिक, तो उसको लेकर बच्चों तक हम उसको पहुँचाएँगे और एक लगभग सभी भारतीय भाषाओं में तैयार की जाएगी।
बिस्लरी के साथ आपका कैसे टाइप हुआ, क्या
ये बिस्लरी का जो मैंडेट
क्या
है, बिस्लरी एक जो मिनरल वाटर कंपनी है, जिनका मैंडेट ये है कि हम किस प्रकार से वेस्ट को रिड्यूस करें सोसाइटी में। उनके सस्टेनेबिलिटी गोल के तहत उनका ये अभियान चल रहा था, और चूँकि हम बच्चों से डील करते हैं, नेशनल बुक ट्रस्ट का मैंडेट यूथ के बीच है, एजुकेशन को लेकर है, बुक्स को लेकर है, अलग अलग एक्टिविटीज़ हम करते हैं। तो हमारे आउटरीच और एजुकेशन प्लेटफॉर्म के माध्यम से हम सोसाइटी को और युवा पीढ़ी को एजुकेट करें, उनको ज़्यादा अवेयर करें, इसलिए हम दोनों के बीच ये एमओयू को
इसे आप दिल्ली लेवल तक रखेंगे या ऑल इंडिया लेवल पे?
ये पूरे भारतवर्ष में जहाँ पर एनबीटी कार्यक्रम करेगी, इस अभियान को आगे ले जाया जाए।
थैंक यू सर।
With NBT for this wonderful initiative where we are going to make our publication, which is towards responsible use of plastic. We are going to adapt that book for primary schools with the help of NBT. So, and make it available for over 100,000 children, books in this country in 48 different languages. India ka har kone pe we will make it available, so people will get educated about this wonderful material called plastic, which needs to be handled responsibly, and post use it has value, you must keep recycling it. That's the message we want to send across.
How many schools have you reached?
We have now reached in the last 5 years through our program 62 lakh people, children and adults. That's the reach we have had in our program so far. Now this book is about educating people about the value of plastic as a material, get them to understand the different types of plastic, what plastic you should reduce, what plastic can be recycled. That's really the message.
Thank you.
And now I would like to invite Chief Editor